In today's video, you're going to learn how to slay Riff by Mighty Riff, Know Your Enemy by Rage Against the Machine. What's going on? Welcome to Beholden to the Riff, the heaviest bass channel on YouTube. Let's get right into this one. We are in E, standard tuning. So grab your axe, tune up, and let's do this. Here's riff number one, nice and slow. So very cool riff. We are in F sharp minor, so our root note is here on the 2nd fret on the low string and the 4th fret on the 2nd string. And we are doing that octave shape throughout the entire song. So we start off root note. Then we go open E, so the flat 7, back to the root. From there, we come up and we're playing a chord. We're actually playing a dyad here. This is 2 notes. So we're playing the root note, F sharp, 4th fret, 2nd string, and the 4th fret on the high string. This is the root and a perfect 4th. So it goes. And he's playing on an active bass. He's playing on the Music Man. So these notes are really jumping out. I'm playing on a passive bass. So on the tone patch, I kind of really jacked up the compression. So to try to emulate the sound of an active bass. And when you're doing this chord here, you really got to dig in on these 2 notes with either your 1st and 2nd fingers or your 2nd and 3rd fingers and really kind of pop. Because we want both of them to ring out. Okay? From there, we go the same thing, 2, open 2. This time, we're playing a power chord, 2nd fret on the 3rd string and the 4th fret on the high string. Together. And we want to do that same pop thing, so it goes. Okay? Here it is all together. Very cool riff and so much fun to play. Here's riff number 2, nice and slow. Second riff starts off open, low, and we hammer up to the root, 2nd fret, low string. From there, we go to the open 3rd string. Then back to 2s and opens on the low string. One thing to keep in mind is everything in this riff, all these notes need to be played in a staccato feel. So we need to play the note and then cut them off and mute them so that there's a little space in between each of the notes. Okay, so go. The next part of the riff starts the same, open to 2. Then we go 3, 2, open on the 3rd string, and we let the open ring out. So it's like, okay, so that's the only note that's not staccato in this whole phrase. Then we play the first part again, and the riff ends. Third string, 4, 2, open, then open low. And this is all on the offbeat, so here's the full riff, one time slow and then one time up to speed. It's so cool. Towards the end, we'll kind of thicken things up here on that last 4-2 open run with power chords. So we'll play a power chord here. That's the root note on the 4th fret, 3rd string. Then we go up play the power chord shape here on the 6th fret on the 2nd string. Shift everything down 2 frets. Shift everything down 2 more frets. So it's open and 2, then open E. So with those power chords, it sounds like this. So really thickens it up nicely. Such a fun riff. Before we get into the next riff, I'd just like to take a moment to thank the Beholden to the Riff Patreon community. Your support means the world and makes all these lessons and all these tabs happen. Thank you so much. Here's riff number 3, nice and slow. So very cool. We are essentially outlining the minor blues pentatonic scale, and we're actually adding the major 7th in the riff, but we'll get to that in a second. So the riff starts 4th fret, 2nd string. That's our root note. Then we go to the 2nd fret on the low string, back to the root. So this is. Then we go open 2 on the low. From there we go to the 3rd string, open 2, 3, 4. Then it goes 2, 3, 4 on the 2nd string. And starts over. So here's what we got. So the next part of the riff is starting exactly the same. When we get up to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, we turn around and walk back down the scale. So it's open 2, 3, 2, open on the 3rd string. And the riff starts over. So here's the second part, nice and slow. Okay, here's the full riff. I'll play it once slowly and once up to speed. So such a cool riff, essentially outlining the F sharp minor blues pentatonic scale. So it's like, so those notes, and remember we throw in that major 7, so go, which we will use later in the song as well. So such an awesome riff.
He will break it.
Here's riff number 4, nice and slow. So awesome riff. We are basically chugging on the 2nd fret, low string. So it goes 2 2 2, open open 2 2 2. Then we go power chord, open 3rd string, 2nd fret on the 2nd string. So it's, then we play that first half of the riff the same. This time we go power chords, 3rd fret, 3rd string. So we got 3 and then 5 on the 2nd string. Slide down 1 fret, so now we got 2 and 4. And then we go to that major 7. This is the 1st fret on the low string. So that last part with the power chords goes. And the riff starts over. So here it is, 1 time slowly and 1 time up to speed. Such a killer riff, and the vocals in here just rule. So let's check out that soloed bass section. I'm going to throw on the distortion that I put on the patch. Let's check it out. Such a cool riff. And to get the most out of this lesson, check out the Patreon page. We have a custom tone patch. We have a playthrough synced along with the tabs and all kinds of good stuff. Check it out.